Sup, welcome back to another video brought to you by Erotic Walrus. So, salvation. Oh Lord Almighty, I am blessed by this oasis of content during this run through the desert, the drought. But now we have Rosaria's demo out. I'm gonna watch this. Haven't watched it. It literally just dropped. I was doing something else. I'm gonna react, give you guys my live reaction, and then let's go and talk a little bit about the current state of Genshin Impact and content creators and everything. You know, just is Genshin dying? You know, yeah. I mean, you guys have seen the thumbnails. It's pretty funny. Like, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it later. So for those who don't know, currently I'm running a community giveaway. On the top of my head, if I remember correctly, it's 2 welcome moons, 1 battle pass, and the tier 4 gem pack that's worth around 40 Canadian dollars, where I am $40. So if you want to go for that, I'll be polling the winners live this Saturday at 7 p.m. here on YouTube in my live stream. I'll leave the video on screen right now. You go watch that video, follow the instructions there to enter the giveaway. Wish you all the best of luck. So let's take a look at Rosaria. Let's see what she has in store for us. Let's go. Man, that's a thick girl. It's
me? I'm just another ordinary person. Church, work. I just do what I have to do.
another ordinary person, right? Of course.
If it's not about prayer, then it's about choir or some other thing I'm supposed to participate in. I'm trying to stay out of sight. Pray. Not for the gods nor the betterment of others, but for yourself.
She reminds me of like a battle monk, you know, those Shaolin monks, because she's part of this, you know, this church, this organization where they talk about prayers, beliefs, right? And here she is out here completely wrecking house, kicking ass, doesn't really care about the choir, all that stuff. Oh, that
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
So she's the opposite of Ganyu. Okay. Right, let's that shot that Mihoyo, Mihoyo, you sneaky dogs. Now look how quick that is. It's during her ult. Just kick me. In the face. Come on. Just kick right in the face.
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
Everything's negotiable, baby. Everything. Alright, so Rosaria. Looks spicy. Looks now when I'm done with the simping, let's take a look at let's try to see. It looks like she's gonna be a quick combat on hit I think support DPS, right? But I do think she does have potential to be the main DPS. We're gonna have to see her numbers in particular, because if her basic stats are really high, you could run her as a main DPS with physical damage and electro supports. Of course, if you have Zhongli, you can further stack that all shred. So super conduct plus Zhongli shield could be really good for her. Of course, it looks like she's gonna have a ton of cryo application, and also as thumbnail. Hello, thumbnail. Maybe not. But yeah, I think it's good. The thing about this is, you know, her character is her appeal. What I'm trying to say is her appeal is really that gothic nun vibe that apparently a lot of people are crazy for. You already know how I feel about her. So that's that about Rosaria. I do think she's going to be a great character. Cryo is always a great element, and it shows that Mihoyo has released cryo characters. They're quite in demand, is what I'm trying to say. There's Ganyu, now there's Rosaria, there was Diona, and there's... Yeah, let's just leave it at that. That's all that's all I want to say about cryo characters. So here's the deal, alright? I'm sure you all have been watching your favorite content creators, whether it be Tectone, whether it be Damone, whether it be Sakapoko, Asian guy, whoever. The current consensus is Enviosity, sorry. my man Envy. The current consensus is that Genshin Impact is lacking content, blah 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 blah. We've been through all that, right? We don't need to beat a dead horse. But people are taking it a step further. People are saying Genshin Impact is dying. Is Genshin Impact dying? Or like every leap of a new game being like the Genshin Killer, Genshin Killer. This is listen people. I'm gonna be here telling you the hard truth right now. Genshin Impact isn't going anywhere. In fact, what's going on, the community backlash with all the problems combined, you will not even see it reflected whatsoever in miHoYo's bank statement. Zip, zero, none. And when I see comments that of people saying, you know, Genshin Impact, we all need to take a stand, we all need to stop pulling for characters, we all need to stop spending money on the game, and then miHoYo will notice us. Well, first and foremost, we have to get JP on board. We got to get Asia on board, and you have to understand also people saying that content creators need to stop spending money on this game. It is incredible, and this is me to you real talk. I don't think you're gonna get this from any other content creator. I'll sit here, I'll talk to you guys. The real situation is that most content in Genshin Impact is locked behind spending. Most of them. Very few. For example, the story content, you get to experience it, but the vast majority of content creators make their income or make their content around new characters, new weapons, new domains, new regions, new events, right? Granted, events, you don't need to spend money on it, but this is my question to you then. If Genshin Impact creators are willing to stop spending, hence not being able to cover these new units, not be able to showcase them, you the viewers, are you still willing to watch our content if we put out something else? Right? Because you're telling content creators to drop their livelihood to stand in the forefront of this rebellion or whatever you want to call it, of this movement. But then you as viewers, how often do you actually click a content creator's video when they're not about a new character, when they're not about a new build or a new DPS showcase, or when there are different groups of Genshin Impact creators as well. There's people who just solely do builds and guides and showcases. There's people who do playthroughs. I know the biggest one should be Bwap, right? He just plays through the story. He voices over, he gives his narrative. He doesn't really care. He can, as long as there's new stories, new content in the game that he can explore, he's fine. But for other content creators, if you're asking them to, hey, stop spending, stop getting these new characters, what are they going to do with their content? Are you going to still watch their content? That's also a big question, right? This is another thing. miHoYo most likely understands this as well. That's why they're structuring their content around these characters, around these big updates with these new bosses that, you know, it's incredibly difficult to do what the community is asking of us, content creators. So going back, right, let's talk a little bit more about the state of Genshin Impact and is it dying? It's not dying, and there's no such thing as a Genshin killer, just like there's no such thing as a League of Legends killer, no such thing as a Dota killer, no such thing as a Valorant killer, whatever, any game killer. Nothing, no other game can single-handedly destroy another game. And this is what I mean. Let's say Blue Protocol releases tomorrow. Let's just pretend that's the reality we live in. Blue Protocol, super hype game, very anticipated. If it dropped tomorrow, will Genshin Impact just roll over and die? Hell no, because the amount of people that's going to leave Genshin Impact to go play Blue Protocol is a portion of the community that wants more PvE, wants more endgame, wants more combat, wants more things to do, a bigger world to explore, a more community-driven game. The reality currently is the Genshin Impact community is comprised of, I want to say, dozens of different game genres, right? Dozens. Like, it's pretty crazy how we've all banded together in Genshin Impact. It's because, first and foremost, the MMO genre right now, it's more dry than patch 1.4 in Genshin. It's been dry for years. MMO players just want a game to play, man. I'm telling you, they'll play anything. And at this point, I think they also accepted the fact that most MMOs right now or in the near future are just going to adopt the old models that have proven to fail, models that have proven to be cash grabs. And MMO players are really clinging onto a false hope, lost promise at this point. And Genshin provides something for them that I guess is just an in-between. something that fills this void, something just a little bit different enough to give them that kick. But once an anticipated MMO comes out, of course they're gonna jump ship. It always happens. What about another huge gacha game with characters that comes out? They're gonna take a bit of players away as well. What my point is that no single game will completely clean out Genshin Impact. miHoYo will continue doing business as usual. They won't really feel it. It sucks to say that the community, we likely will not be able to do anything to affect miHoYo, and that's just the current state of things. I do think Genshin Impact is sitting fine. 1.5, 1.6 going forward likely will be more populated with content, so we have things to enjoy. And let's be honest, Genshin Impact is sitting fine. We can't really rush a lot of these things. It's just how it's gonna be. It's story driven, it's character driven, it's not combat, it's not PvE, it's not PvP. It's just a world with these characters and a storyline to tie things together. So that's what Genshin Impact is. I hope you all can accept this game for what it is and just understand that miHoYo has a vision, and at this point we can't really influence that too much. But hey, Rosaria's coming, and I guess we can all be very excited for that. So until tomorrow's video, I urge you all to stay safe and peace.